This is a 2026 Ford F350 XL off-road, and it's 100% the budget Tremor. I borrowed this truck from Garff Ford here in West Valley, Utah. Be sure to ask for Ken for availability. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors, and then this is going to be a short listing for the standard features. Starting off the options is the Avalanche for $395. High output power stroke did go up in price. XL off-road package did not. And then check out all the options. So rapid heat, engine block heater, power sliding glass, trailer brake controller, fifth wheel prep package, liners for the front, upfitter switches, remote start. Also has a cloth upgrade for $315 and privacy glass. Base price is $54,195. Destination is $21,995 with a total price of $74,525. For 2026, this truck did get a $800 price increase over 2025 in this configuration. And last year, I don't think I even did a video on an off-road XL because I think people forget this truck actually exists. Now, I understand that it is on a work truck platform, but if you want the best bang for the buck off-roader, look no further than this. I don't think that Ram offers something like this. GM doesn't offer something like this. And it's a very special package. Now, the one thing I do like about this truck is the front air dam. Now, notice how it's not as long as on the other trucks. So that's one of the biggest benefits. So you don't have to go out and buy one after the fact. And you have the front black recovery hooks, black bumpers, halogen headlights with incandescent turn signals. I wish that they made an option for this truck. Is there actually? There might be an option. Let me look real quickly. Hold on one second. Nope. The only way you can get LED headlights is if you obviously get the STX package, but I was hoping you can get one with this off-road package. Now, if you want a winch, that is available on this truck too. And here's a quick peek at that suspension. It's gonna have an open diff on the front end. And this is the upgraded liner. Here's a quick peek at these tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory RTs. In the past, I think they used the Duratrack. So this is actually a nice tire. And it's going to be a 285/70/17. So 32.7 inches tall, 11.2 inches wide. And in case you care to see the capacity on this tire, it is right here. 3,195 pounds of capacity at 80 psi code, which is not good for a F350. This is a they should have went with a different tire for this. But what do you guys think about the Avalanche? You can probably get these wheels blacked out for 500 bucks too if you are really trying to keep it budget friendly. A little bit of chrome here. You still have your forward lights. Turn signals are LED on your mirrors. Heat for these top ones. And there's a high output power stroke badge. Now you do have some skid plates with this package. You have one for your fuel tank and for the transfer case right there. There's your steps on the side of the bed. 48-gallon fuel tank, 7.4-gallon DEF. And then here's the leaf pack too. So you have that 4-leaf pack with the overload there. No liner in the rear. That is available, however. You can still get the FX4 package too. I love how clean that tailgate is too. Class 5 hitch. You have your 7 and 4 pin. No LED. And this is where your lock would go. No. Oh wow, so they don't give you an off-road tire. Normally Ford will give you one for their off-road packages. And as you guys saw, you have the locker out back. Electronic. And then this does have the spray and bed liner with that fifth wheel prep package too. You also have the 7 and 4 pin with your tie downs. Now, if you would like an upgrade for your tie downs, Juggernaut does have something. I have a promo code in the description that you can use to save some money on it. And it's basically a strap system that you can add in here, which makes life a little bit easier if you want to tie things down. You guys saw that power sliding glass was an option. Defrost is there. No bed view camera, however, on this truck. And as you guys saw, this bed tailgate is not assisted. And here's a quick side view of the truck. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but you do have the steps built into that bumper as well. There's basically 4 engine options for this truck, and this is the top of the line, known as the high output power stroke. 6.7 liter displacement V8, 500 horsepower, 1200 pound-feet of torque. No one's touching this thing right now. Ram nor GM have any answer, so we'll have to wait and see what the future holds. Now, all that power I mentioned does go through a 10-speed transmission known as a 10R140, CP4 fuel pump, and you still have to use either 10W30 oil or a 5W40. Here's some of your emissions junk. Now, I did do a video on a Banks cold air intake that's available for this truck. Also, I would upgrade this map sensor, and as I said earlier, you do have a promo code down below for those upgrades, okay? Let's go ahead and check out the interior. There's really no such thing as a work truck today, because in the past, a work truck meant everything was manual. Today, you get standard power windows and door locks, and your front windows are auto up and down. You can power that outside mirror, which was heated, as I said. Now, your seat is going to be manually operated, but you do have lumbar support on this side, which is manual here. Now, do you have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel? Answer is yes. You still have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel on this truck. Automatic headlights, and you have electronic parking brake. And this is pretty much all people ever want in a pickup truck. Now, what do you guys think about the design of these seats? Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. Open storage right here, and here's your glove box. There is a camper package. I don't know if you guys noticed the vinyl flooring, which is a must-have on a truck like this. This is like a perfect build. You have just about everything you could ever want in a truck, and it's easy to clean out. It says Super Duty on the floor here. You have those cup holders, 12-volt power plug, 2 Type-C USBs, no seat back pockets, however, no armrest in the center, but you still have the 60/40 bench, and I like that you have that flat floor surface too. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Now, the only negative thing for me is this guy here. You still have to insert a key, but remote start was an option that you can select. Now you have these smaller screens here. Here's that reverse dual stage exhaust brakes right there. Now, these auxiliary switches were an option. Place for your sunshades. Here's your visors. On this side, you should have glass. No lighting, but that's okay. And this screen has a lot of great information. One of my favorite things to show is the measurement. So you have all your temperatures for important features right there. Also, you have battery voltage, turbo boost, engine braking, and some emission crap right there. Cruise control, and that's how it's controlling that small screen there. Single climate control, 12 volt. You have 2 Type-C USBs, another 12 volt right there. You can get a 400 watt power plug as an option too. 2 more USBs. This is how you turn on the locker. And then you have multiple drive modes. So you have eco, tow haul, normal, slippery roads, off-road, and that's pretty much it. I like the gauge at the very top too. A little bit of storage down there. And if you don't need that storage and you need to use this as a seat, they do provide a headrest right there. A little bit of storage, and this is lockable. I always forget to show that this is lockable too. But yeah, for the most part, for this kind of money, this is a really nice build, and it has everything you want. And let's go ahead and see how much payload this truck is going to have. The front gross axle weight rating is going to be 5,600 pounds. You guys see the rear, 6,340. Gross vehicle weight rating is 11,499. And the wheels are 17 by 7.5 wide. 3J axle code. Sorry for that blur there. And here's the payload, 3,565. Okay, let's talk about it for a second. Normally on a long bed truck, you're gonna have especially a F350, your rear gross axle rating is gonna be 7,230 pounds. Now this one was basically the same as the 1/4 ton, and that's because of the tires. So as I mentioned earlier in this video, that tire is what's actually holding this truck back, okay? So if you want max trailering, you have to go up to an 18 or 20 inch wheel on these pickups. So let's just do some quick math. So 11,499 minus the 3,565 payload gives you a 7,934 pound curb weight. So if this truck had the 12,400 pound GVWR, this is what the payload would have been. Almost 4,500 pounds of payload capacity. So that's why when I do these videos, I try to show you the window stickers and the numbers. That way you have an idea. Because at the end of the day, I mean, this is still a lot of payload. And granted, for an F350, this is still a lot of axle rating, simply because if you're towing a 40-foot fifth wheel that has a max GVWR of what, 13,000 pounds, this truck will have enough capacity to tow something like that. So again, just make sure you do your research, make sure you understand the packages and what they do affect on these trucks. And I'll do a separate video on this, comparing this with a STX truck, because I think it's kind of worth it. See you guys soon.